What is up, guys? This is Ugly Truth Friday with Amanda. Today's topic is get over yourself. What that means isn't as bad as it sounds. I am trying to give advice on how to avoid falling into this self-absorbed narcissistic society that we're living in that's creating tremendous depression in people. Girls are not feeling as confident as they should feel. I mean, they're identifying their self-worth with their looks because of all this social media models. I mean, just a couple months ago, I'm sitting in Victoria's Secret and there's maybe these young girls, they're 13, 14, 15 maybe. They're having a conversation and the conversation is, do you think I should get my lips done? Do you think I should get this done? Should I get this done? In a world where they're 13, 14 years old, they should not be focused on those type of things. It was honestly terrifying to me that kids at that age were starting to identify self-worth through those type of factors. Whereas, what about your education, your intellectual ability to have a conversation? What about connection with people? I mean, what about not so focused on how many likes we're getting on Instagram? How about those personal connections that we are supposed to be making in life that have gone so far out the door? That is more so what I'm talking about. Our society needs to get over themselves. Let's have a conversation about the depths of what I mean when I say that. Most people I talk to are saying things like, let's say an example, just the other day, oh my God, I have so much to do today, I can't believe it. Okay, the fact that you have the health in order to do those things is the one thing that you should be showing gratitude for. Oh my God, I have to lose 10 pounds for this event. The fact that your health is good enough to even have the opportunity to lose the weight to get to that event that you're so stressed out about is beautiful. I work with so many people that are struggling with, chronic illnesses, neurological disorders, and the one thing that I've really realized as a trainer, just as a woman in general, is that we focus so much on things that are so irrelevant in the world that we forget what is relevant. And that is basically what the ugly truth is about to me, is stop focusing so much on the things that you hate in life. Stop focusing on how many things are stressing you out. You're always gonna have stress. There's stress always gonna be there. It's how you handle the stress. It's your reaction to stress. It's to stop feeling so focused on the outcome in your life that you can't enjoy the present, if that makes sense. I was the absolute worst person at being so focused on the future that I never lived in the present. I wanted to control my relationships, my friendships, because I was so in fear of the outcome that I felt I had to protect myself. Those are the self-focused behaviors that make people so depressed and sad and lonely, and those are the things that I'm trying to expand back into society, because our world has become so self-absorbed and so self-focused, including myself. I'm not perfect. There are days that I fall right back into that, but I work very, very hard at helping people, because that is what the world is truly about. What I've started to identify myself as isn't what I look like, but what I do. Nobody's gonna look back in life, this is the perfect way to say it. When you die someday, we're all gonna die, but when you die, how do you wanna be remembered? Do you think that people are gonna remember that you had a six-pack, or that you had the best hair, or that your eyelashes were perfect? Do you think that people are actually going to care about any of that stuff? Or do you think they're gonna care about the impact you made on their life, or the impact you helped people with, anything that is worth value to someone's life? That's what it's about, bringing value back into it. So back to that happiness factor, the one thing I've truly tried to explain to women, because I work with mostly women, but men as well, is one, stop having an expectation for everyone around you. Not everyone thinks like you, not everyone works as fast as you, or works in the way that you expect them to. If you stop expecting people to be exactly what you want them to be, you'll start to love the person for who they really are. That was something I had to learn, and man, I've really looked back at my life and can appreciate people a lot more when I took that expectation out. I stopped giving myself an expectation or a deadline, because then if that makes sense, it's not a deadline. You have an expectation to complete something, but don't give yourself a deadline. For example, I wanted to lose a few pounds here and there. So I just lost a few pounds. I didn't say, I have to lose a few pounds by this time to create that level of stress in my life. It just wasn't worth it. The expectation factor, let it go a little bit, especially for other people, so you can enjoy that relationship a lot more. Ladies especially, I always say this, we notice things that our husbands and men don't notice, right? But how we can approach that, it's our reaction to it that's powerful. This is the other thing that has really allowed me to feel happiness, is it's my reaction. It's what I take out of it. So if my husband leaves his shorts in the middle of the room, he leaves his shorts in the middle of the room. Okay? I'm not gonna lose my cool over it and say, oh my God, how about you just say, hey, babe, I don't really think this is a great place for those shorts, because not only did I keep my stress levels low, I'm damage control in my relationship. Just little ideas, little things that I have learned from a very special person in my life. He has mentored me on just how to live and how to be, and I wanted to share that with everybody. Another couple things is with the self-focused behavior is, shut off the phone. Like when you're sitting out with people, turn your phone off. I had this idea, and there's a rule, and I'm sure you guys have all played the game before, is everybody at the table puts their phone in a pile. The first person to grab their phone has to buy the whole dinner. It's a fun rule or a fun game that you can play with your friends to keep it, authentic, to keep it present. Being present in life is what happiness is really all about. So the whole main point of this whole video is really how to be happy. If you let go of all the self-absorbed, narcissistic behavior, who cares how many likes you get on Instagram? Who cares if your body's perfect? Who cares if your hair's perfect? Who cares if your makeup isn't perfect? Who cares? Now, I'm not going to say that it isn't fun and important to take care of yourself and look pretty and feel pretty. That's not at all what I'm saying. I'm just saying it shouldn't be your ultimate goal. It just is an ingredient to a really, really lonely life. So I just would love to bring some of that, counterculture back into the world, where I don't want to utilize my YouTube to talk about myself, but I wanted to talk about ways to help other people be happier in life. It's just a little, advice I'd like to share with people. And in the future, every Friday, I will be having an ugly truth topic, just about stuff that I feel like it was really hard for someone to sit there and say, get over yourself, Amanda. You really need to get over yourself. And I'm like, excuse me, I am not a self-focused person, blah, 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 blah. And then I kind of stepped back and I was like, oh my God, I am. I want to control the outcome of everything. I want to control people around me. I wanted to make sure that everything was perfect all the time, that I was miserable, because that's not realistic. So at the end of the day, Ugly Truth Fridays are going to be topics that I find are a problem in society, or that people don't truly understand, if that makes sense, or there's ways to improve. The second part of my YouTube channel is I'm going to be interviewing people that I find are real heroes in the world, that are just overlooked because they've been through so much in their life and they persevered through it all. That will be coming up here in the next couple of weeks. But stay tuned, because every Friday we'll be going over an ugly truth topic. And if there are any topics that you guys would like me to discuss, feel free to share with me. I am open-minded to it all. If you guys have any more questions on what I was trying to say or what my point is of today, feel free to contact me anytime. Email me, text me, or contact me on Instagram. All right? Wish you all the best luck. Make sure you come back next Friday.